Welcome back to Thrifty Finance Vision PH. We're excited to have you here for our latest corporate updates, and we'll be bringing you more insightful content in the days to come. Stay tuned for a wealth of valuable information about the world of finance and business. Your journey to financial empowerment starts here. Now let's get started. Arthaland plans to purchase shares and inject capital into Buvia Properties. Property developer Arthaland Corporation is planning to acquire shares in Buvia Properties, Incorporated to boost its working capital for the completion of a residential condominium project in Makati City. Arthaland will subscribe to 663,000 preferred shares of Buvia Properties at a price of 100 pesos per share, totaling 66.30 million pesos. Arthaland currently holds a 60% stake in Buvia Properties, with the remaining 40% owned by Nara Investment Properties Pte. Limited, a Singapore-based company. This additional equity will support Buvia Properties in funding the working capital requirements for its Aluria residential condo project in Legazpi Village, Makati City, until its scheduled completion in 2025. Arthaland will also subscribe to 67,500 common shares of Arthaland Prestige Property Solutions Incorporated at 100 pesos per share, totaling 6.75 million pesos. APPS is the sustainable property management arm of Arthaland, and this capital increase is needed for expanding its services. The subscriptions are scheduled for November 7th and November 10th, and they will strengthen the financial positions of both Buvia Properties and APPS. On the stock exchange, Arthaland's shares remained unchanged at 0.455 pesos apiece. Unionbank anticipates robust growth in its consumer lending business. Unionbank of the Philippines is expecting robust growth in its consumer lending business this year, targeting a 20% to 25% expansion. This growth is attributed to factors such as revenge spending, increased travel, and expected economic recovery following a second quarter slowdown. The impact of COVID-19 on loan growth the previous year also contributes to the bank's strong performance. However, for 2024, the bank foresees the growth rate tapering off to a range of 10% to 15%. Unionbank believes that the country's gross domestic product, GDP, growth will accelerate to a range of 4.5% to 4.7% in the third quarter, despite a previous slowdown. The bank expects economic growth to reach around 5% this year, falling short of the 6 to 7% growth target set by economic managers. The bank's consumer banking head, Manoj Varma, noted that the central bank may deliver additional rate hikes to curb inflation. Unionbank has unveiled 4 new credit cards to cater to various customer needs and lifestyles, building on the acquisition of Citigroup's consumer banking business in the Philippines last year. The new credit cards include the Unionbank Rewards Card, Unionbank Cashback Card, Unionbank Miles Plus Card, and Unionbank Reserve Card. Unionbank aims to offer enhanced benefits and experiences to its customers with these cards. Pryce Corporation reports a 28.5% increase in its profit. Pryce Corporation reported a 28.5% increase in its net income for the third quarter, reaching 1.58 billion pesos, driven by higher sales of liquefied petroleum gas. This growth was achieved despite a 2.3% decline in consolidated revenues, which amounted to 14 billion pesos, down from 14.33 billion pesos in the same period last year. The company attributed its higher net income to the expanded sales of LPG, which increased by about 7.5%. Improved LPG margins in the Luzon market also contributed to the higher net income, even though revenues decreased due to a 27.4% drop in the average LPG contract price to $568.35 per metric ton, from $776.83 per metric ton. Pryce's LPG business accounted for most of its revenues, totaling 13.1 billion pesos, while industrial gases contributed 597 million pesos. Real estate and pharmaceuticals businesses accounted for 177.7 million pesos and 34.9 million pesos, respectively. On the stock exchange, Pryce Corp shares gained 6 centavos, 1.15%, to close at 5.26 pesos apiece. Banks are expected to sustain their profitability until 2025. S&P Global Ratings anticipates that Philippine banks will likely maintain their profitability until 2025, despite expectations of easing economic growth. The return on average assets for Philippine banks is projected to remain at levels around 1.4 to 1.6% until 2025. In the first half of the year, the Philippine banking industry recorded higher net profits, with cumulative net income growing by 27.7%. Other measures of profitability, including return on assets and return on equity, also improved during the first quarter. Credit losses among Philippine banks are expected to remain stable for the next 3 years, and strong deposits from households will provide steady funding. The gross non-performing loan ratio in the banking sector decreased to 3.42% as of end August, with bad loans declining by 5.9% year-on-year. S&P Global Ratings also maintained a stable credit outlook for Asia-Pacific financial institutions, including Philippine banks. The Philippine economy is projected to grow by 5.2% in 2023, which is below the government's target of 6 to 7% and slower than the 7.6% GDP expansion in 2022. S&P expects Philippine growth to reach 6.1% in 2024 and 6.2% in 2025. Maynilad has addressed more than 27,000 pipe leaks. Maynilad Water Services Incorporated has reported repairing over 27,000 pipe leaks during the third quarter of this year, bringing the total leak repairs to 485,319 since its reprivatization in 2007. Leak repair is a crucial part of Maynilad's non-revenue water (NRW) management program, for which it allocated around 4 billion pesos. Of this amount, approximately 449 million pesos was designated for leak repair projects aimed at reducing physical and commercial water losses. NRW refers to water that is not billed and is lost due to leaks or illegal connections. Maynilad's efforts to detect and repair leaks have focused on areas such as Quezon City, Caloocan, and Manila. In addition to leak detection and repairs, the NRW management program includes selective pipe replacement, network diagnostics, the establishment of district-metered areas, and the replacement of old water meters. Maynilad serves various areas in the Philippines, including parts of Manila, Quezon City, and neighboring cities and towns. The company is majority-owned by Metro Pacific Investments Corp. We've reached the end of our video, covering the latest economic and corporate updates. Be sure to stay connected with us, because we'll be delivering even more of this valuable content in the days and weeks to come. Your source for up-to-date financial insights and business news is just a click away. I trust you gained valuable insights from this video. Remember to show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing to our channel. We look forward to having you with us in our next video.